Hey everyone, Richard Logan here from Automotive Logistics and Supply Chain Global 2024. I'm joined here on the Automotive Logistics Red Sofa with Todd Myers, Director of Finished Vehicle Logistics at Nissan North America. Todd, it's great to have you here. Todd's been involved in an important session on making vehicle logistics fit for the future. Todd, I want to dive into some of the insights that we covered earlier today. The industry over the last 18 months has taken some serious capacity realignment, some performance realignment, disruptions to service. What are some of the lessons you've learned and implemented with your team during that time?
Great question. Honestly, a lot of the activity has been around aligning on KPIs. Starting out the year, we were kind of measuring the wrong things initially. A lot of things look good on the surface. I call them watermelon KPIs. They're green on the outside, red on the inside. But when you looked at them holistically, we were really making bad business decisions. So, the group aligned on that. We've also spent a lot of effort working with our partners, in trying to improve communication, and not just one-sided communication, but actually trying to listen to our partners, understand where their pain points were, where their problems were. How do we collaborate better? How do we communicate better? How do we work jointly to solve the problems? And, it was really a focused effort on our part, discussing with our suppliers where these problems were so that we can jointly fix them.
Yeah, excellent. And uncertainty is probably the only certainty in the vehicle logistics network right now. How have you adapted the way you've been working with your partners beyond the communications, so looking at things like contracts, forecasting, equipment requirements?
So there's really no one-size-fits-all for our partners. Part of it has been the contracts, as you mentioned. With larger partners, ones that are key partners for us, we've looked at longer-term contracts as an example. We've also looked at better data sharing between us. We've done a lot of go-and-sees, what we call GIMBA reviews, to understand where those pain points are, where the problems are, and just ultimately trying to evolve those relationships with our partners.
So OEMs are continuing to invest and grow, particularly in Mexico and the production there. How are you planning to adapt your vehicle logistics network to further align and manage that growth and trade in the region?
Okay. I think we're already doing that. Honestly, we're diversifying the way that we move vehicles out of Mexico. We've accomplished that by utilizing short sea, utilizing cars and containers when needed, haul away cross border, working with our rail partners, on dedicated lanes, routes, etc. And it's really just a holistic view right now. And because of the interoperability issues that are occurring in Mexico, we're having to get more creative with solutions. So there's not really a one-size-fits-all single solution for the operation. It's really a lot of diverse, different items there.
Yeah, excellent. And a key response to that would be to improve visibility. So what are some of the steps you're taking, not just in Mexico, but across your network, to improve visibility for your team?
So specific to my team, a lot of the visibility solutions have been in-house developed. So we utilize a lot of cloud-based data infrastructure. We're utilizing technical terms like SQL, Python coding, et cetera, and a lot of that has basically been output in Tableau visualizations for us, also some Power BI. So within my organization, the visualization has greatly improved. We're still, looking for ways to kind of communicate that out to the supply base, through CRM tools, other tools that are available in the market right now as kind of a short-term solution until we can get to full data democratization.
The industry as well is on a pathway to decarbonization. What are some of the core pillars to reducing emissions in your vehicle logistics network, and where have you seen some successes so far?
So right now, kind of our mindset is just exploratory. So we're trying a lot of different technologies, whether it be CNG, LNG, you get a 20 to 25% reduction versus diesel. Methanol-based ships, we're seeing a 30% reduction versus diesel. The railroads are working on carbon strategies. We're trying to partner with them. We're also trialing BEV trucks as well. Some of the things have been successful, some of them have not. I won't dwell on specifics, but just say that, we're very open to working with our partners, trying new technologies and, working with different vendors to try to enhance our carbon neutral footprint.
Yeah, excellent. I think that pathway, that roadmap isn't necessarily clear for anyone in the industry, but understanding the willingness to trial and innovate with partners and as an organization is critical here. And perhaps one final question from me, talking about that innovation, that collaboration, what can the industry do to better communicate, better inform the network and create an efficient and competitive North American distribution system?
It's again a great question. I think, specific to each OEM, all of us are getting better individually communicating with our supply base. I think holistically, though, is where the growth has to occur. You look at like the transformation to EV, you look at the carbon neutral problem that we've got to address jointly. You're going to see a lot of reductions in capacity as a result of those changes. And, today we're not really allowed to collaborate fully like you are in the rail with TTX, et cetera. And I think there's going to have to be changes there to where we can share more data, share more information between OEMs, between suppliers, so that we can plug those capacity gaps. Because, the situation is just realistically not going to get better. It's going to get worse with driver shortages and things like that.
Yeah, excellent. Well, great to hear that so much progress is being made in the right direction, but clearly more collaboration, more communication, and innovation still to come to drive the industry forward. Todd, thank you so much for joining me, and thank you, and we'll see you again soon.